I've got my fish here. I've got the crocodiles down there. Oh, this is crazy. I'm gonna lower my fish down. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. I got scared. When I began my trip to Angkor Wat, I hadn't done a ton of research. I just knew I needed to do Angkor Wat. It's kind of like when you watch spoilers to a movie. The more I know about it in advance, the fewer times I'm going to be surprised. So I kind of like doing it that way. But I at least had planned how I was going to get there. Every tourist, every backpacker, every traveler that I ever met, everyone who's been to Cambodia says you have to go to Angkor Wat. So I knew I needed to do it. Many people fly across the whole world just to see Angkor Wat because it's the biggest religious monument in the entire world. I knew Angkor Wat was a big deal, so I at least did a little bit of research. I made sure I knew how I was going to get to Cambodia, how I was going to get to Angkor Wat, and within the massive, massive city of Angkor, how I was going to get from temple to temple to temple to temple to temple. Angkor Wat is over 400 square kilometers. It's huge. There's a bunch of temples there, but there's not really any accommodations. So what people usually do is they go to Siem Reap, which is only 3 miles south of the city of Angkor, and there they have bars, businesses, hotels, hostels, all kinds of stuff for tourists and travelers, tons of places to stay, and you can really just stay there, and there's plenty of stuff to do there. But that's where everyone goes before going to Angkor Wat. Now, to get around, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I asked a bunch of tuk-tuk drivers what the total cost would be if I wanted to see Angkor Wat and get back. And all of them just told me the same thing, which was, they just said, however you think is the right amount, you can pay me that much. They would always say, tourism's really tough right now, so we'll take anyone there, we'll give you free waters, we'll take care of you, we'll help you plan your trip, which they all do, and it's a really good service, but not knowing the actual cost made me a little hesitant. I also could have gotten a rental car, could have gotten a motorbike, even an electric bicycle. People do that too. But I decided to go with the tuk-tuk because I like the convenience of being able to take pictures, record, relax, not have to be on my GPS the whole time navigating. For the convenience, I hired a tuk-tuk driver. It's actually the same tuk-tuk driver that took me from my taxi into the city all the way to my hotel. I got his number on WhatsApp. His name is Noyce, super cool guy. So I hit up Noyce on WhatsApp and he told me everything I needed to do. My driver helped me figure out how to really plan my trip to Angkor Wat. It's a 2-day ticket, costs $37 for the 2 days, and you can basically just enter, and every time you enter a temple, you have to present your ticket and they just punch a hole in it and you're good to go. Now I actually ended up hiring my tuk-tuk driver for about a week. and I did all kinds of stuff. So the price I paid is probably gonna be different from what you paid. But the main thing here is that he took me to buy my ticket the day before on the way to the floating village. And then we met at 4 a.m. the next morning to go see Angkor Wat. That way we could beat the crowds, we could be there before the sunrise and get a really good spot to take the pictures. In that famous spot where the water is right in front of the temple, and when the sun rises, you can see the reflection of the temple of Angkor Wat right under Angkor Wat, and it's such a beautiful picture. So right when I got to the front of Angkor Wat, there's a big moat, there's a bridge, but it was pitch black and I would not have known what to do. Luckily, there's a bunch of tour guides there, and yes, you have to pay the tour guides, but oh my gosh, it's so worth it to get a tour guide. They know all the information and most of them speak really good English. So the one I got was $18. I tipped him the extra $2. It was 20 bucks for the tour guide. And he brought me across the bridge. He told me all the stories, the history, all of the architecture. He knew all the different buildings and their purposes. After leaving Angkor Wat, our next stop was the Bayan Temple. Now, I really didn't know much about this temple, but there was a really famous thing that I had seen a lot of pictures of. It was the gate behind the bridge. So we drive across this bridge and there's all these statues along either side. The right side had all these evil statues. The left side had all these good statues. But once you get to the very end and you cross the moat, there's a big gate. And on top of this huge gateway, there's 4 faces on every single side. And every face is supposed to project kindness out in every direction. After every single temple I saw, I kept thinking to myself like, wow, I think that might have been my favorite temple yet. But the last temple on our list was Prohm, and this is actually also known as the Tomb Raider Temple. The 2001 Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie was filmed with a bunch of scenes at the Tomb Raider Temple. That for sure is one of the coolest temples I've ever seen. There are crazy trees just growing through and out of everything. And you kind of have to walk through through the trees while you're going through the temple. It's so dope. Now I have to watch Tomb Raider to compare the scenes from where I've just been. Now, after seeing all these temples, I'm pretty sure that the Bayan Temple was actually my favorite because of all the banyan trees. It literally has walls with trees way up on the walls that are just these massive trees, and somehow the trees are growing over the stone. It's super cool. Many people describe this as nature overtaking civilization. Of the temples I showed in this video, comment below and let me know what your favorite temple was. Or if you've been to Angkor Wat or any of the Angkor temples, let me know what your favorite is. Maybe I have to go back to see those. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. It really was an amazing experience, and I hope that anyone who's interested can make it over there. There's so much to see, so many beautiful temples, and this was seriously just way, way bigger and crazier than any of the temples I've done so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. Press like if you did, subscribe if you want to follow my channel, and click the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my uploads. Follow me at Where Is Brad, where I post images of my travels almost every day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.